Drinking and driving?
Drinking, driving, playing hockey, and then drinking afterwards, like driving home, drinking after the game, right? I better not tell them what rink I'm at, right? No, I'm telling you, it's not, yeah, well, that's one of the few of my hobbies, right? But
It's a lot of fun.
it can be, right? You just don't try and crash into anybody, right? Hey, you gotta know when to call it quits, right? You know.
Right. Well, you're a responsible citizen, of course. You know,
Hey, just ask anybody around Vancouver. Well, no one's a responsible citizen for many years, right? That's why I call myself Joe Shithead, and I raised all this hell for all this time.
That's right. Now, Joe, listen, I read an interesting fact today about DOA in the paper. I want to check its truth. Tell us about it. Every young musician's dream coming true for Joe and the boys in DOA, right?
Well, okay, I guess what you're talking about is we're going out to play in New York, this big thing they got, it's called Refuse and Resist, which basically, this thing, like, you know, all the sort of right-wing things that have been happening in the United States, you know, the Central American intervention and, you know, censorship of rock music or, like, political thought, you know, that isn't, like, right-wing or religious or whatever. It involves, like, about 20 different issues along that line, so they're trying to put together, like, this big concert in New York on July 31st, and so they've got what they sort of tried to pick out, like different bands from different genres of music, right? And we sort of got picked for, you know, hard rock, hardcore, punk rock, or whatever you want to call it, type thing that represent, and it's really political, obviously, right? And so I thought we were a good representative for that.
Cool. Who else is playing? Any idea who's on the bill?
I'm not totally sure. Like, it's still like, sort of a bit in flux, right? You know, because we just sort of been had a few phone calls out to them, right? We definitely confirmed that we're doing it, and I'll know more details in a little while.
And this is part of like a bigger tour. You're going out there anyhow. You're going to be touring.
Well, it's like just actually a trip out there for that. Like, it's about 3 weeks long. Like, work our way across the northern states, and then some stuff out in eastern Canada, right? So. And just work on, you know, we're going to play like a bunch of new stuff that we've been working on. Like, we record like a new album and a bunch of songs for a soundtrack on this film that our manager Ken's been working on for this Terminal City Ricochet, right? So we got piles of new material, right?
Cool. Listen, man, we got very little tape with us tonight. We don't have much time.
Okay.
One last thing to our viewers. What do you got to say to our viewers who love you and know you very well?
Well, you know, Soundproof has always been like a fine tradition. You couldn't find like a better video program anywhere on the face of the earth, so I'm just as fucking happy as a pig in shit to be on it again. Let me tell you, that's the God's honest truth, or the devil, depending on which way you look at it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Gentlemen, glad you could all stick around. I know it's taken a while, but that's the way it is at these benefits. Everybody always wants to play because it's a good thing to do, if you know what I mean. Special hello to all the Soundproof people there on the other end of that video camera. Oh, a special bit of news, like, you don't all know why we're here tonight, because the benefit for Radio Fair Marty, Salvador. And it's about time we help them out, because we know all the help, like people like Jubason and people like that organizing the death squads that have been doing down in El Salvador. So it's about time that people help them stand up for justice, help them stand up for life. I know the people here tonight, they decide which side they're on. They're on the side of life, not the side of death. So here we go.
Well, it is